Hello guys, in this video I will read the patch notes of the newly arrived patch 5.3.0, so you don't have to. There will be some nice music in the background and some gameplay for you to enjoy. Timestamps and a link to the patch notes are in the description. Let's get right into it. Features: system to support event content within the archives. Content: added a new survivor, Michaela Reed. Updated the character select portraits for several survivors: David, Jake, Nia, Kate, Quentin and Fang. The Midnight Grove Halloween limited time event starts October 21st, 11 AM ET. Tome 9 of the archives starts October 20th, 11 AM ET. General: item and add-on descriptions have been rewritten considerably and other vague terms have been replaced with number values. Added in reminder text for status effects. Any add-ons that trigger status effect also include a brief description on the status effect. The hatch will now only appear when one survivor is left alive. Survivors can open the hatch after it has been kicked shut by using a key. Key interaction takes 2.5 seconds and does not lose progress when interrupted. The achievement "Where did they go?" has been changed to the key to escaping. Developer notes: the head change is effectively the much asked for key nerf in disguise, preventing survivors from escaping a trial prematurely. It is also intended to reduce situations where survivors would camp the hatch, waiting for their teammates to die so they could escape. The Trapper: base trap carrying capacity and starting traps increased to 2, before it was 1. Trap aura color changed from red to white, to be consistent with other killer objective auras. The number of traps spawned on a given map is now always 6, was random 4 to 6 before. Add-on Trapper Gloss: setting speed bonus increased to 30%, was 20% before. Add-on Wax Brick: trap escape modifier removed. Added effect: 33% increase to rescue and escape time. Rarity decreased to uncommon, was rare before. Add-on Trapper Bag: reduced number of additional trap to 1, was 2 before. Rarity increased to rare, was uncommon before. Add-on Secondary Coil: increased trap disarm time to 50%, was 43% before. Add-on Fastening Tools: trap escape modifier removed. Added effect: 25% increase to rescue and escape time. Rarity decreased to rare, was very rare before. Reworked add-on Oily Coil: when resetting a bear trap, reveal the aura of the most recent survivor to disarm it for 5 seconds. Reworked add-on Trapper Sack: bear traps are carried at the beginning of the trial instead of spawning on the map. Bear traps cannot be picked up again. New add-on Bear Oil: setting a bear trap is silent. New add-on Makeshift Wrap: the trapper cannot be corked by his bear traps. The bear trap will be disarmed if the trapper steps on it. New add-on Coffee Grinds: gain a 5% haste status effect for 5 seconds after setting a bear trap. New add-on Lengthened Jaws: bear traps inflict deep wound on survivors. New add-on Tension Spring: the bear trap resets 2 seconds after a survivor escapes from it. The following add-ons have been removed: Strong Coil Spring, Trap Setters, Logwood Die, Setting Tools, Stitched Bag. New Bear Trap SFX when using Padded Jaws add-on. Developer notes: the Trapper is DBD's oldest killer and he needed some love to bring him up to our modern standard of play. Many of these changes are focused around bringing him into line with how the rest of the killers behave. Traps have been balanced to provide more consistent game experiences, and his add-ons have been overhauled to give a greater variety of options. The Wraith. Uncloaking speed boost duration reduced to 1 second, was 1.25 seconds before. Add-on All-Seeing Blood. Aura revealing range decreased to 8 meters, was 12 meters before. Developer notes. Recent buffs to the Wraith have made him a wee bit overpowered, so these changes are intended to adjust two of the most obviously overpowered elements. We'll continue monitoring how he performs and potentially have more changes for him in the future. The Hillbilly. Add-on Death Engravings added effect decreases heat generated while charging by 14%. Add-on Doom Engravings added effect decreases heat generated while charging by 14%. Add-on Mother's Helpers charge speed bonus after being stunned increased to 18%, was 12% before. Add-on Tuned Carburetor charge speed bonus increased to 25%, was 20% before. Reworked add-on Black Grease increases chainsaw charge speed by 18% for 30 seconds after being blinded. Reworked add-on Pighouse Gloves, while overheated, increases action speed by 20% when breaking pallets or walls or damaging generators, while overheated, decreases duration of pallet stuns by 50%. Developer notes, the engraving add-ons are very popular with players, but the increased charge time means he generates significantly more heat for a full charge with these add-ons than without. A heat reduction modifier has been added to keep the amount of heat produced for one full charge constant, and we have also improved some underperforming add-ons to make them more enticing. The Nurse add-on Torn Bookmark removed line of sight restriction, added effect, increases blink recharge time by 50%. Developer notes, the line of sight restriction on Torn Book wasn't terribly fun to play with, so we have replaced that a new downside, which we feel is more in line with what players would expect. The Shape add-on Memorial Flower rarity decreased to common, was uncommon before. Add-on Vanity Mirror removed speed penalty. Add-on Judith's Tombstone speed penalty now only applies to Evil Within 3. Developer notes, the rarity change to Memorial Flower brings the Shape in line with all our other killers in terms of add-on rarity distribution. Additionally, we have removed the movement speed penalties that prevented two add-ons from realistically enabling their intended playstyles. Our condolences to players who use these add-ons for comedic purposes. The Hack add-on Waterlogged Shoe increased speed bonus to 4.5%, was 2% before. Developer notes, Waterlogged Shoe was the Hack's worst performing add-on, so we have given it a buff to help make it more viable. It will now make the Hack move at regular killer speed 4.6 meters per second. The Pick add-on Bag of Gears increased reverse bear trap setting speed bonus to 50%, was 20% before. Add-on Crate of Gears decreased jigsaw box search penalty to 33%, was 43% before. Add-on Temper Timer decreased reverse bear trap death time modification to 20 seconds, was 30 seconds before. Add-on Rule Set Number 2 decreased rarity to rare, was ultra rare before. Add-on Amanda's Ladder, Jigsaw box reduction removed, Aura revealing range increased to 16 meters, was 12 meters before. Reworked add-on, John's medical file, increases crouched move speed by 6%. Reworked add-on, Razor's wire, failing a jigsaw box skill check while injured will injure the survivor. Reworked add-on, Workshop Grease, increases ambush attack charge speed by 50%, decreases ambush attack miss cooldown by 25%, increased rarity to uncommon was common before. Reworked add-on, Last Will, increases ambush attack movement speed by 6%, increases time to charge ambush attack by 66%. Reworked add-on, Interlocking Razor, failing a jigsaw box skill check will inflict deep wound on the survivor. Reworked add-on, Jigsaw's Annotated Plan, increases available reverse bear traps by 1, increases reverse bear trap death timer by 10 seconds. Whenever a generator is completed, 10 seconds is removed from the death timer of all active reverse bear traps. Reworked add-on, Jigsaw Sketch, increases available reverse bear traps by 1. When a survivor with a reverse bear trap is working on a generator, that generator's aura is revealed to you. Reworked add-on, Videotape, survivors begin the trial with reverse bear traps installed. Rarity increased to ultra rare, was uncommon before. Developer notes, we are happy to announce the pick is getting an add-on balance pass. We have replaced a number of underperforming or unpopular add-ons with new effects and increased the values on others to make them more effective. On the other end, Tempered Timer and Crate of Gears could sometimes be too strong, especially when combined, so their values have been reduced. The end result should be an add-on set that is overall stronger, more diverse, and more fun to play. The Spirit. While face-walking survivors within 24 meters of the Spirit, not the husk, hear a directional audio cue that gains volume with proximity. Add-on, Juniper Bonsai, added effect, increases passive phasing duration by 50%. Reworked add-on, Dried Cherry Blossom, survivors trigger Killer Instinct when they come within 4 meters of the Spirit while she is phasing. Scratch marks are no longer visible while using Yamaoka's Haunting. Reworked add-on, Wakizashi Saya. During Yamaoka's Haunting, use the active ability button to return to the husk and end the haunting. New add-on, Mother's Classes. Survivors trigger Killer Instinct when they come within 2 meters of the husk. Scratch marks are no longer visible while using Yamaoka's Haunting. New add-on, Ushiwa. Instantly recharges Yamaoka's Haunting when stunned by a pellet. New add-on, Senko Hanabi. When Yamaoka's Haunting ends, the spirit's husk explodes and any walls within 4 meters are blocked for 5 seconds. New add-on, Furin. The phasing sound is heard by all survivors. New add-on, Kintsugi Teacup. Instantly recharges Yamaoka's Haunting after breaking a pallet or wall. The following add-ons have been removed: Bloody Hair Brooch, Dirty Uwabaki, Katsumori Talisman, Prayer Beads Bracelet, Father's Glasses, New Terror Radius Music. Developer notes: the Spirit's face-walking mind games have evolved into something of a Kobayashi Maru. By adding some audio cues, it should give sharp survivors a chance to figure out what she's doing and react accordingly. Along with this, we have replaced some of her more problematic or boring add-ons with new ones that should provide more varied options for potential playstyles. The Plague. If the power button is released early, while Purge will continue charging to the minimum threshold instead of cancelling and entering cooldown. While Purge cooldown move speed increased from 2.3 meters per second to 3.6 meters per second. Base object infection time increased to 40 seconds, was 35 seconds before. Interacting with infected objects generates 2 times more sickness over time than interacting with non-infected objects. Time to cleanse at a fountain increased to 8 seconds, was 6 seconds before. Add-on Limestone Seal. Object infection bonus increased to 20 seconds, was 5 seconds before. Add-on Emetic Potion increased While Purge effectiveness bonus to 30%, was 25% before. Add-on Hematite Seal. Object infection bonus increased to 30 seconds, was 10 seconds before. Add-on Infected Emetic decreased While Purge effectiveness bonus to 40%, was 50% before. Add-on Ashen Apple removed object infection duration modifier. Added effect increases the number of pools of devotion in the trial by 1. Add-on Rubbing Oil reduced While Purge charge speed bonus to 50%, was 100% before. Add-on Exorcism Amulet increased Corrupt Purge duration bonus to 10 seconds, was 6 seconds before. Add-on Devotee's Amulet increased Corrupt Purge duration bonus to 20 seconds, was 8 seconds before. Add-on Black Incense decreased Survivor Aura Reveal duration to 3 seconds, was 5 seconds before. Add-on Iridescent Seal removed speed penalty while holding Corrupt Purge. Reworked add-on Prayer Tablet Fragment. While Purge no longer affects survivors, increases object infection duration by 40 seconds, increases infection from infected objects by 100%, increases devious blood points by 100%. Reworked add-on Olibanum Incense. Survivors who cleanse at fountains have their aura revealed for 4 seconds. Reworked add-on Prophylactic Amulet decreases the number of pools of devotion in the trial by 2. Reworked add-on Incensed Ointment. Ingesting the corruption at a pool of devotion causes all survivors within the Plague's terror riders to scream and reveal their locations. Reworked add-on Vile Emetic increases velocity of vomit projectiles by 10%. What the? Developer notes. These changes are intended to be a general buff and to enhance quality of life for the Plague. It was far too common for players to attempt a quick purge only to accidentally release the charge a fraction of a second too early and unintentionally end up in cooldown. So we have changed the behavior of early releases to charge to a minimum threshold instead of going on cooldown. We have also buffed the options for focusing on infecting objects during the trial, with infected objects now increasing infection faster than non-infected ones. The Deathslinger. The Deathslinger must now wait for the enter aim animation to complete before being able to fire 0.4 seconds. The Deathslinger must now wait for the exit aim animation to complete before being able to attack 0.6 seconds. Increased movement speed when aiming down sights to 85%, was 75% before. The cooldown when a survivor breaks free is now the same duration as a successful hit cooldown. Increased terror radius to 32 meters, was 24 meters before. Add-on Gold Creek Whiskey removed movement speed penalty. Add-on Marshal's Badge removed movement speed penalty. Add-on Iridescent Coin decreased range requirement to 12 meters, was 15 meters before. Add-on Wanted Poster decreased movement speed while aiming to 2.5%, was 10% before. Add-on Jaw Smasher decreased movement speed while aiming to 1%, was 5% before. Reworked add-on Hellshire Iron. When a survivor is speared, gain undetectable. The effect persists for 10 seconds after the survivor is no longer speared. Developer notes. We were unhappy with how easy it was for players to insta-scope survivors, especially given how little counterplay this had for survivor players. To combat this, the Deathslinger now has a minimum enter and exit times when aiming down sights before being able to shoot attack normally. We have also adjusted the stun when survivors break free to be the same as a successful hit, giving players a choice to break the reel early in exchange for losing out on the damage deep wound. Wanted Post and Jaw Smasher are to account for his new base movement speed while aiming. When stacked, the Deathslinger moves at approximately 3.9 meters per second, which is very close to survivor move speed of 4.0 meters per second. The Ghostface Night Shroud recovery time decreased to 24 seconds, was 30 seconds before. Add-on Warley's Matchbook decreased Night Shroud recovery modifier to 2 seconds, was 4 seconds before. Add-on Olsen's Address Book decreased Night Shroud recovery modifier to 3 seconds, was 6 seconds before. Add-on Chewed Pen decreased Night Shroud recovery modifier to 4 seconds, was 8 seconds before. Developer notes. Player feedback about Ghostface add-on was very clear. Decreased recovery time was more appealing than any other option. In light of this, we have baked in roughly half the effect of these add-ons to encourage a wider variety of selection. The Blight add-on Adrenaline Vial increased rush token recharge bonus 1 second, was 0.75 seconds before. Added effect increases rushing speed by 10%. Add-on Summoning Stone increased pallet blocking range to 16 meters, was 12 meters before. Increased pallet blocking duration to 15 seconds, was 6 seconds before. Developer notes. The add-on Adrenaline Vial is supposed to enable and alternate straight line dash playstyle of players interested in novelty. While it's still unlikely to be stronger than baseline Blight play, increased movement speed and token recharge should make the alternate playstyle a bit more viable. Additionally, the values on Summoning Stone have been increased to better reflect the perk referencing Hex Blood Favor. The Oni add-on Sculpt Top Knot reduced Demon Dash activation reduction to 0.5 seconds, was 1 second before. Developer notes. Easy one here. Sculpt Top Knot was overperforming when used, so it needed an adjustment to bring it in line. The Trickster add-on G Wounds Autograph decreased the reduction of blades required to 1, was 2 before. Developer notes. There was an error that caused G Wounds Autograph and Fizz Spin Soda to border reduce the blades required by 2, so we have reduced the power of the more common add-on. Survivor perks. The following perks have been general perks and their names have changed. Babysitter is now Guardian, Camaraderie is now Kinship, Second Wind is now Renewal, Better Together is now Situational Awareness, Fixate is now Self-Aware, Inner Strength is now Inner Healing. Perk Balancing. Vigil, recovery bonus increased to 20, 25, 30%, was 10, 15, 20% before. Added Broken, Exposed and Oblivious to the status effect modified by the perk. Guardian, formerly Babysitter, added a 7% haste status effect for the rescued survivor. Removed the Killer Seeing Your Aura. Killer Aura visibility for you increased to 8 seconds, was 4 seconds before. For the people, reduced the duration of the broken status effect to 80, 70, 60 seconds, was 110, 100 and 90 seconds before. Windows of Opportunity increased effective range to 24, 28, 32 meters, was 20 meters before. Removed cooldown after vaulting, dropping a pallet. Repressed Alliance generator repair requirement reduced to 55, 50, 45 seconds, was 80, 70, 60 seconds before. Build to Last reworked. After hiding inside a locker, 14, 13, 12 seconds, with a depleted item in hand, 99% of its charges are refilled. Each use of Build to Last reduces the amount of charges refilled by 33%. Added Stinger audio when item charges are refilled. Any means necessary. Added effect, you can see the errors of dropped pallets. No Mida, grunts of pain reduction increased to 25, 50, 75%, was 0, 25, 50% before. Added effect, your recovery speed is increased by 15, 20, 25%. Developer notes, all of these perks have a low usage rate, low success rate or both. They have all seen buffs to make them more appealing and more effective. Killer perks. The following perks have been general perks and their names have changed. Surge is now Jolt, Mindbreaker is now Fearmonger, Cruel Limits is now Claustrophobia, Perk Balancing, Hex Retribution, Oblivious condition changed to trigger from interacting with any type of totem, was just cleansing Hex totems before. Increased aura reveal time to 15 seconds, was 10 seconds before. Hex Blood Favor, pallet blocking effect now triggers off survivors losing a health state, was basic attacks before. Pallet blocking radius increased to 32 meters, was 16 meters before. Pallet blocking is now centered around the survivor losing health. Cooldown has been removed. Hex, the third seal, blindness effect now triggers off basic attacks and special attacks, was just basic attacks before. Hex, Thrill of the Hunt, survivor penalty now applies to both cleansing and blessing actions, was just cleansing before. Penalty stacks increased to 8, 9, 10% per stack, was 4, 5, 6% before. Maximum penalty increased to 40, 45, 50%, was 30% before. Loud noise notification has been removed. Fearmonger, formerly Mindbreaker, now applies exhausted and blindness to survivors, was just exhausted before. Developer notes, Hex Retribution and Hex Thrill of the Hunt have been adjusted to take the new Boon Totem perks into account. The other perks have been generally unpopular, so some buffs are warranted to increase viability. Changes from PTB. Hex Blood Favor now triggers when a survivor loses a health state and the area of effect is centered on the survivor. Boon perks. Multiple instances of the same boon perk no longer stack when the areas of effect overlap from multiple totems. Placing a hex totem now takes 24 seconds, was 14 seconds before. Boon totem range has been reduced to 24 meters, was 28 meters before. The Deathslinger add-on wanted poster decreased movement speed while aiming to 2.5%, was 10% before. add-on Jaw Smasher decreased movement speed while aiming to 1%, was 5% before. The Trickster add-on G Wounds Autograph decreased the reduction of blades required to 1, was 2 before. Michaela Reed lowered Michaela Reed's voice. Thank God. Death Notes. Blood Favor was changed to use health states instead of attacks to be more balanced for killers like Legion and Trickster, as well as recentering the trigger location on the survivor to prevent situations where survivor was injured at a distance. Boon totems were a bit too strong on the PTB, but these changes should bring them into line with our expectations. The Deathslinger add-ons were adjusted to account for his buffed base movement speed. G-Wound's Autograph had an error that caused it to have the same reduction as rarer add-on Fizz Spin Soda. This is it. If you got something out of this video, I would appreciate it if you could leave me a like. If you have any thoughts or something to say, let me know in the comments. I always like to talk to you guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, guys. Stay safe out there. Vincent out.